just wants to make me hate. Yeah, I'm feeling lost, not found. I fell in love with sound, and I don't really think that counts. I'm married to the beat right now. I'm feeling lost, not found. I'm drowning in the bass right now. I listen like a drug I found. Addicted to the plug right now. And I can feel your pain now. I never got the chance to explain how nothing ever quite feels the same now. I wish that I could just forget your name now.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe.
All I'm gonna say, best of luck, everyone. Black, bold, and bodacious, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, whoa, that's Jocko! What the fuck? Team captain, the ball hammer connected! Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5. Pope got pinned on his birthday. Everybody's one of it, champ. Oh, Dino! Oh, the briefcase! Merry Christmas! Divine intervention! She's not won a championship in a long time, but that is the perfect way to get a championship after a long time. That bold egghead gore, I was never in doubt, ladies and gentlemen. Earns her second championship. A former tag team championship, K! A Reverend wants Poke! Ace in the chamber, okay, reverses! Okay, reverses, big clothesline! Looks to close it! Oh, he closes him in! Make him say Aqua, we set up for the finisher after this, surely. Ladies and gentlemen, and new! Big D, Venatos, and Fitzy Finger. I can't wait for the dumpster match. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Meant. All he needs to do is close it! Drew has buried the pop of comb, ladies and gentlemen! Oh, Smeagol eliminated himself! Smeagol just eliminated himself! I asked Brett for one thing. Oh my god, it's Tony Stone! It's Tony Stone! The wise man! Go to sleep on Drew! Brian Curtis is taking it, ladies and gentlemen! There was a back up, that's Zeke! Daniel is sucking! Oh, what is his fun doing here? Ramonic's done it, ladies and gentlemen! Ramonic is the new... He's elevated! He's back from sleep! Oh, or will he pick RK, Queen of the... was King Daniel. Seconds after he won, all three stables have held the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, Ministry versus Ministry. Dragon Romani inside Hell in a Cell. That's what we love. Fury wins again. 3, 2, 1. It's the Claymore. Ladies and gentlemen. Hit a blade in the ring. Get on Claymore to 1. What did 1 do, ladies and gentlemen? I have a vagina. Dumb bitch. While Zeke being bent over. 1 kid. What the fuck? We will catch you in season number 4 for the final time. Until then, this is who we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Regentskid YouTube channel. Today is a KR day here on WOAH Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of fun to be had here today. That is for sure. As today, we find out the first 2 spots of the men's Case in the Chamber match. Absolutely gargantuan show here today. And I'm assuming the entire week, as I'm guessing, Fury is going to be the same, where we found out even more superstars in the men's Case in the Chamber. Of course, for the women's side, we know Noodle Soups and Morrigan are both in the women's Case in the Chamber match, 1 from each show. Today, we find out the second WOAH Warzone superstar in the women's Case in the Chamber match. Remember, it's 3 from each brand. Today, we're finding out the 2 spots for WOAH Warzone, either Coke or Brutus Brickley, Luca or Poke. 2 of those superstars will be in the Case in the Chamber matchup. There's also, I think, a Fatal 5-way matchup to determine who's definitely in a qualifier next week as well, to find out the final spot for the men's Case in the Chamber on WOAH Warzone. Like I said, a lot of fun to be had this week on the road to Case in the Chamber. I'm still in the basement. I'm still here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm liking it here, man. It seems more cool. It seems more calm. I don't get in trouble. I don't get hurt or injured over here as well. So I think I like it, ladies and gentlemen. I just feel more at home. I feel more relaxed, if you will. You know, it feels a little bit nicer. So massive show here today. Of course, first things first, what we do on an RPW show is we spin the wheel to determine if the randomizer championship will indeed be defended or not. And the Reverend just about gets out of it here again today. We're never going back to the arena. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Have a bit of... I've been leaning on my elbow. Maybe a bit... maybe one day. We're never getting a randomizer championship match. That's for sure. That's one thing we're never getting, ladies and gentlemen. We are never getting a randomizer championship match, as the Reverend has taken the championship and gone home with it, seemingly. Not seeing anything from him and the randomizer championship in a long time. There's the Universal Champion, Mr. Fredo, joining us here today. We also have the debut, ladies and gentlemen, the debut of the World Cup tournament for the RPW United States Championship, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be a fun one. Luca's World Cup competition is kicking off here today. It has its own bracket and whatnot. A lot of fun to be had with that one. FaceTime Fredo. Indeed. Let's make sure everything is up and ready to go for today's show. Again, a very fun one. A lot on the line during Case in the Chamber. There's a lot going on because people are fighting for championships, but at the same time, people are fighting to go to Case in the Chamber. People are fighting for these tournaments, the Cruiserweight Classics, the World Cup tournaments and stuff like that. There's a lot going on in the build-up to Case in the Chamber. July 26th, of course. Who is the next one? We have Ryan Curtis and Dylan Chaos. Oh, What a bloody matchup. Is that what, Jamaica versus Greece? I think that one is, which I'm very, very excited for. We have a fatal 5-way case in the chamber qualifying match as well. Main event Novak plus the World Cup begins. How very excited for Luca, by the way, to get in the main event here today. And he's in the main event as the champion. Like, normally if you see, you know, Poke versus Luca Novak a couple of years ago, you'd think it's because Poke has the championship and Luca Novak is just there because Poke is the champion. But no, Luca's the champion today in that main event. Of course, the belt isn't on the line, but massive, massive, massive opportunity for Luca to show that he is indeed a main event name. Show that he is a main event name. Show that he's a main event talent. If he can take down Poke, that would be absolutely massive. How do I get this job at Daku? If you want to join RPW, all you have to do is become a YouTube member, my friend. Click the join button and become a YouTube member. And you yourself can get involved in Regents Pro Wrestling and fight with some of the greatest superstars in the world of professional wrestling. A lot of fun live every Monday and Friday right here on the Regentskid YouTube channel. And again, a lot of fun to be had in today's show. And going to be a very fun... Oh, Dragon Romanik is the GM for Rise this week. I almost forgot who it was. That won't be a hassle. Luca vs Poke in the main event. I'm excited for that, dude. I'm very, very excited for that. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I think it's going to be a rather fun one. I really, really do. Very, very excited to see how that goes down. How dominant was Poke? Poke was a United Kingdom champion for 405 days. He held a championship for 405 days. He's joint with Charmander with the most championships in RPW history at 13 right now as well. Poke's always been quite a big name in Regents Pro Wrestling. Adaku Cynthia saying they're coming for Fredo and the Universal Championship, which is very, very exciting. Indeed, Reno, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the Authority going after Bullet Club in the number one contender. Now, the Authority are already number one contenders on Friday Night Fury. They're going for both tag team championships by getting a number one contender match here, which is very, very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for today's show. Hopefully, you are excited as well. Case in the Chamber, World Cup, and more here today, ladies and gentlemen. This is who we are.
Obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make one don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. I just wanna find a... I'll give up everything, daunting life. If I can see my dream, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything, want a reality. Make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make want a reality.
Very, very exciting indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off here today on Warzone, the World Cup begins now. I do quickly want to say how the World Cup competition works. Okay, I do quickly want to let you guys know how it works. So, the first match here today before the first match, I completely forgot. Before the first match, ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement from the women's prestigious champion. We have an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Before we dive on in, Hope Eternal will be addressing the RPW universe to kick off WOAH Warzone here today. Before we dive in, after Hope Eternal's announcement, I will explain the World Cup format, because I think some people are slightly confused by it. So I will explain it for those that were confused by it potentially. But first things first, Hope Eternal would like to address the RPW universe. Pipe bomb incoming here on WOAH Warzone. So without further ado, let's go down to the ring to kick off the show and have some fun, ladies and gents. Let's see what goes down. Jesus. My goodness gracious me. We get it. Hope Eternal is entering, of course, still one half of the women's tag team champions after the Friday Night Fury matchup against Damage Control. Hope Eternal and Dawn retain their tag team championships, ladies and gentlemen. Hope is a double champion here today. The last time with her belt. Now, she did make the announcement, ladies and gentlemen. She's handing off the tag team championships to Kira Frost and Crystal Crimson, which I think, you know, as a leader, it's nice to sometimes delegate. And oh, Hope Eternal goes down! Ladies and gentlemen, is that who I think it is? From behind, from the crowd, that is Elodie Fang of Damage Control, or formerly of Damage Control. We've not seen Elodie Fang in RPW. That's a former prestigious champion. That was the former longest prestigious champion, ladies and gentlemen. We have not seen Elodie Fang in RPW in a long, long time. Hope Eternal is the one who took the longest prestigious championship reign off of Elodie Fang. And clearly, Elodie is not a fan of Hope Eternal ending her reign. Of course, also taking Tressa Lam as well, the former team of Elodie Fang. So Damage Control. Now, Elodie Fang was also like the main superstar in Damage Control before. But back then, they didn't have Nicole O'Grady. They didn't have Akira Tanaka. They didn't have Noelle Park. Damage Control getting Elodie Fang back, if she is rejoining them, is absolutely massive. Elodie Fang was a prestigious champion, ladies and gentlemen, for 86 days, the second ever prestigious champion, and now the second longest prestigious champion. Elodie Fang is a serious superstar, and she's putting the beat down on a Hope Eternal here today to kick off the show. What better way to say, hey, I don't like that you took my friend or you took my championship reign, than putting a beat down on the new champion, Elodie Fang, ruining the introduction of Hope Eternal. Security coming down the ramp to put a stop to this. And again, that is how you make your mark, ladies. That's how you say, hello, I'm back. Nice to meet you, Hope Eternal. You took my friend, you took my championship reign, and I'm going to make sure you take nothing more. Elodie Fang, is she back on WOAH Warzone? Former prestigious champion going right at Hope Eternal to kick off the show. Very, very ballsy. Very, very brave. But that might be what Damage Control need. King 11, welcome in to WOAH Warzone as things advance. I guess we won't know what Hope Eternal was announcing. Maybe this was going to be the official handoff of the tag team championships down to Kira and Crystal. I don't know, because she was bringing them down. But who knows, ladies and gentlemen. Former Universal Champion. Now, that sent my head left, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting that. It sent my head left. Elodie Fang back on WOAH Warzone. Elodie was always a serious competitor as well. So that's a big pickup for WOAH Warzone, ladies and gentlemen. I have the World Cup bracket in front of me. Okay, I have the World Cup bracket in front of me. Now, how this works, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I need to explain it to some people, just in case they weren't too sure. So, here we have the World Cup bracket, okay? USA is Brian Damage. France is Zeke. So, if Zeke wins this match, Zeke will advance to the triple threat. So, we have Wales and Ireland here today. Denmark and England, I'm assuming, will be next week. We have Greece, Jamaica today. Philippines, Canada, I'm assuming, will be next week. So, let's say, for example, Wales and Denmark win. They go to this match. But if France wins, that becomes a triple threat, and this one will still be a one-on-one. Vice versa, if Brian Damage wins today, this will be a triple threat, and this will be a one-on-one. So hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully you understand. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask Luca and Novak. But that's the information I was given regarding the World Cup tournament for the United States Championship. And I think that's how things go. We have to watch this guy again. So Zeke representing France. Brian Damage representing US of A, of course, after winning, the qualifying match. Talk less, boom more. This is going to be a tough one. That's for sure for both superstars. Not an easy matchup. But again, the winner goes through into a triple threat match. Kicking off Warzone. I can't believe what we saw with LED Fang. And Hope Turner. I'm sure Hope will have some words for that. As Zeke tries to go right at BD. So wait, that means I have to cheer for Zeke in this match to avoid a triple threat. Exactly right. If you don't want a triple threat in your round, you got to root for Zeke. I want BD to win, but that means I have to go face him in a triple threat. Are you up top? Yeah, exactly. So if BD wins, you have to exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. You might be rooting for the ones you don't want. Let's see if Zeke got that dog in to kick off. Well, it's a great show today, by the way. I think Jocko has put on an absolute spectacle today. I really, really do. I think Jocko has put on. I think this is on paper one of the best World Wars we've had in a long time. It's very, very stacked. Very, very stacked. I might be drinking a lot today. My throat is killing me, but the show must go on. Zeke and Brian Damage kicking things off. We have 2 tag team matches today. The Authority and Bullet Club, and then Bullet Club and Divine Intervention. Bullet Club now have a men and women's tag team division, which is rather impressive. Should we get rid of that cupboard just so we can, there we go. See a bit more of the in-ring. I think would be nice. Is it bright enough? Yeah, the light doesn't do anything. Let's turn the light off. Let's just have the natural light from outside. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. That's what I don't even need the light. The sun comes in my windows. It's perfect, man. Working from home is a dream. Really, really is. Zeke is down. Zeke not done much of anything just yet. Luca Novak, of course, may potentially be fighting one of these superstars if they win the whole tournament. The only problem is when the sun goes away, I get a bit dark, but that's okay. That's A-okay. Why do you reduce to cupboard cam? That's what we're here to see. Well, normally I have a jersey up there, the cat's out there, but the jersey's not even there, right? It's just a bit of wood. So far, Zeke looks like a plank of wood in this ring. Not doing much of anything. Hope Turner on Final Testament must not be too happy with him so recently. Him and Daniel have been, oh my god, absolutely awful as of late, ladies and gentlemen. Zeke and Daniel have not been doing too good. He just can't knock Brian Damage right now. He can't knock him. Zeke claims he wants that United States Championship. Oh, BD's back went. Zeke wants the US Championship. He wants to try and win every championship in RPW. He's never been a US champ before, which is why he wants that belt. I think that and the World Heavyweight are the two that he is seeking right now. Of course, he's eliminated from Case in the Chamber, so he's not going to be able to get that briefcase. So whether or not he eventually gets traded, I don't know how he's going to get his hands on the World Heavyweight Championship. Is this what Zeke's got to offer? Nice strength there with the powerbomb. Rick watching on closely for this one. Get that up there. There we go. Zeke off the ropes. Nice knee strike and a neck breaker. BD goes down and rolls out. Maybe now Zeke getting some momentum that he needed for this one. He looks a bit gassed though, doesn't he? Fan cam in action. Looks a bit gassed. What was LED Fang's percentage before she... LED Fang used to be top, dude. She only had 42 matches in her career. Only had 42 matches. Wow. I was a big fan of LED Fang. I thought she was absolutely amazing. Zeke over to the corner. We know he loves this one. Bang, bang. Imagine he finally wins with it, ladies and gents. Could you imagine? No. Just a 1 count. Shoulders up by Brian Damage. Right hander gets reversed. Got to watch out for that big boot from Brian Damage. Oh! I thought BD would have been a world champion, or at least competing for the world championship. I had really high hopes for this man. Really, really high hopes. I still think he's got some good, really good wrestling ability in him. Whether or not he applies it in a world champion type manner, I don't know. And Zeke's back's going now. These superstars not able to hold on to each other for too long. That's a big man, isn't it? That is a big, big man. Can he carry him? He can. I just realized if I went out to face normal Kyle and I could have BD on top of that. World Cup's tough, man. Well, I mean, if Zeke wins, or if JC wins, he has to fight Vino or Poke. Like, World Cup is big, man. World Cup is, there's some strong compares in there. I think you have it. I think your side's easier. You have to get past, who you fighting first? Smiley? No, you're fighting Ryan Curtis and then Norm and Kyla Kane. Norm or Kyla Kane with BD as opposed to Vino or Poke with Zeke. I think I'd rather be on your side. I mean, if it's a triple threat, you know Norm's not going to win because he's awful at multi-man. Kyla Kane, I think, is, you know, I don't think he's on the level of a Vino or a Poke. Man said bigger. When has that ever been a thing that makes you better? Bigger don't mean better. Zeke taking off the turnbuckle. My side, I think JC Brooklyn's side is way tougher. Hey. I think, hey, listen. Norm, I'd love to see you win a triple threat. I'd love to see you win a triple threat. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know, but I'd love to see it. Maybe call up an old friend. Maybe make a phone call or two. I think that if they're both next week, that's going to be 2 fun matches on Big Spear by Zeke. Vino and Poke. And then Norm and Kyle. That's 2 fun matches next week. Which I'm assuming will be guaranteed. Well, Brian Damage won't be in the triple threat, ladies and gents. Zeke with a win in today. The spear takes down the big man. And Zeke will be entering into the triple threat in the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, against either Wales or Ireland, Denmark or England, ladies and gentlemen. So there's no triple threat on the other side. I think Zeke's going to be mighty, mighty happy with that one. Got the spear, got it done, and Zeke advances in the World Cup competition. World Cup's officially underway finally after speaking about it for years and years and years. It is only on World Warzone. Maybe we'll see a bigger one eventually. Who knows? But what a win by Zeke. I think he's been struggling as of late. I think he's still decent percentage-wise. He's 58% in the season. I think that's his best season so far. And he had a Universal Championship. Not gonna lie, I thought BD had more fire. I guess I was wrong. All the American talent, BD was the one to showcase for them. And I feel like BD's just let down all of America, ladies and gentlemen. Emily Rivera, Noel Park, and Clara Ray. Clara Ray joining us from Hollywood here today. Now, the winner of this match will take the second World Warzone spot alongside Noodle Soups. Now, there's only going to be one left. I know Tiffany Wu was rather upset and discouraged that she wasn't booked here today. She's going to want a qualifying match next week. So, Tiffany Wu looking to take the last and final spot. Of course, there's still some other big names on World Warzone. Lilith Lanza not involved just yet. In Case in the Chamber, the Goddess Bobby not involved just yet. In Case in the Chamber, you have Willow Sky, the Evolution Champion. You have Dawn as well. On World Warzone, is there anyone else? You have Sasha Fierce on Mondays as well. So there's a lot of good competition. A lot of good competition. But after this match, there's only one spot left on Monday. As Case in the Chamber gets ever closer. So I'm assuming this week we're going to have 2 in the men's. Then next week there's going to be the final spot. And then we have the week of Case in the Chamber where we're going to know everyone in that match. I'm assuming. I think this year's Case in the Chamber is already looking big, by the way. Didn't Bobby and Sasha lose to Noodle? Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't have another qualifying match. The women's, if they lose, they can still have a qualifying match. It's only the one-on-ones that they are eliminated. I think this year's Case in the Chamber is going to be stacked. We so far have Noodle and Morrigan, who are both absolutely amazing. On the men's, we have either Luca or Poke, which is incredible. Coke or Brutus. I think both of them have been in a Case in the Chamber before. I think Coke was in the first one, Brutus was in the second one. I might be wrong in that. But I'm pretty sure both of them, or maybe Brutus was in the first, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they've both been in one before. On Fury, who won the qualifiers? Look at Emily Rivera. Who won the qualifiers on Fury last week? Who will potentially be having a match this week. We had GMK, the Great Giant, Dragon Ramonic. There's going to be some fun names in Case in the Chamber, dude. There's potentially going to be some fun names. Novak in the bank. Potentially going to be some very fun names. United States champion going in Case in the Chamber. That's big. I like when a champion is involved in Case in the Chamber, you know. No Daniel is a plus. No Daniel or Zeke. No Gore as well. Yeah, I like when there's a champion in Case in the Chamber. It's interesting. I think if Luca wins in the main event today, what a turnaround that young man has had, eh? What a turnaround. What a turnaround. He's finally living up to that number 3 draft pick expectations, you know, that everyone thought he was going to be. When Lamin selected him number 3 in the draft, Luca Novak was supposed to be the future of RPW. And now he's finally living up to that pick. Season 4, me being Case in the Chamber, being United States champion. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh! I think a lot of people may be upset or proud with Luca Novak becoming Mr. Case in the Chamber. I wonder if we're going to see any authority members involved. We know Giant has a qualifying match. I'd love to see Sims get one as well. Sims and Luca, both mid-card champions involved, would be amazing. Lovely sling blade. Emily Rivera moves so nicely, dude. Took some time away, now looks amazing. LED Fang is back. Maybe her go for the briefcase would be big. Clara Ray would be fun. Oh, lovely maneuver. Giant vs GMK on Fury. Well, if Two Vince is doing the same thing that Jocko has done, because Jocko done last week, the 2 superstars who won the one-on-one matches was you and who got Zeke out? Sorry, Poke got Ollie out. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3 on the outside. The one part goes down. Hold that thought. Emily Rivera with the pinfall. And Emily Rivera has made a return to RPW. She beat Lilith Lanza last week, and now she's going to Case in the Chamber. What a way to put your career back on track, ladies and gents. Took a couple of months off and have come back with a bang. Absolutely massive for Emily Rivera. What I was saying, Poke beat Ollie, and then Luca beat Zeke, and now it's Poke vs Luca today. Brutus won the Fatal 4-Way, Coke won the Triple Threat, and it's Coke vs Brutus. So if Two Vince does the same, theoretically, it will be potential. Well, they only had... It might be Dragon vs Giant, and then GMK, but they only had 1 qualifier, multi-man, whereas Warzone 2. So who knows, ladies and gentlemen? Who knows what is going to go down? Who knows what is going to go down on Friday? These couple of weeks leading up to Case in the Chamber, they're so fun, though. They're so full of mystery and intrigue as to who's going to go to the pay-per-view. They really, really are. As we go to the opposite side of the World Cup bracket, Jamaica versus Greece. Here today, the first official matchup of the World Cup. As, of course, the other one was like a bye week to get into a triple threat. This is the first official matchup of a Case in the Chamber. Of the World Cup, sorry. There's so much going on now. I can't keep up. There's so much going on. I don't even know anymore, ladies and gents. I don't even know anymore. so much going on. But I love it, man. I really, really do. I love when there's a lot going on in RPW. I love when there's a lot of competitions, a lot of different stuff going, because not everyone has to be involved in everything, you know? Like, there's a World Cup competition going on, but half of the superstars aren't involved in it, and that's okay, because then some superstars are, you know, the Authority are going for, like, #1 contenders matches right now, so they're not even going for Case in the Chamber or the World Cup. They're going for championships. Some people are only going for Case in the Chamber qualifiers. Some people are only focused on the World Cup. Some people are focused on just trying to make a name for themselves. Some people are focused on rebranding themselves, working in the stable, you know, like, there's so much going on right now. There's so much going on. I think that's when RPW is at its best, though. Where not every single superstar is trying to do everything. Like, when the Rumble comes around, everyone's trying to be in the Rumble because that's 30 superstars. That's understandable. But at a time like this, well, I don't really want to push anything of late. At a time like this, it's just everyone's doing different things to make a name for themselves. You know, everyone's doing something different to try and get themselves on top. It's packed. It really, I mean, especially on Warzone, it really, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. I'm going to go for a club. I'm going to go for an orange club. Some people are focused on complaining. I mean, the thing is, I understand why you'd be upset if you're not booked, because, like I said, these couple of weeks, you need to be booked to make a name for yourselves and to go to Case in the Chamber or do something for the pay-per-view. So I understand it, but at the same time, like, if Tiffany Wu wasn't booked last week, then I'd understand, but leave it up to others to make a pursuit. I'm really, really interested to see who's going to be in Case in the Chamber this year and how it's going to work. Because normally, at Case in the Chamber, we also have pay-per-view matches too, championship matches too. So I'm assuming if Luca does win today and he goes to Case in the Chamber, he might not be defending the pay-per-view, but then there is the World Cup right now, so that probably makes sense anyway. I don't want to be rushed for the pay-per-view at the same time. We only have 2 weeks left until the POE, so they better make the most of it. You have to deserve it, exactly. I mean, the thing is, something as big as Case in the Chamber 2, which is like a career-changing moment, if you win that briefcase, your whole career changes. So it's not like, you know, while I think anyone should get the opportunity, I feel like you also have to earn that opportunity, you know? That's exactly what I'm thinking, GMK. That's exactly what I was going to say. Case in the Chamber is so massive. It's one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. For a reason. It is so career-altering, it's insane. It really, really is. There might even be some World Cup qualifiers at the pay-per-view. Because I don't think the World Cup's going to be done by Case in the Chamber. I might be wrong. Depends how many matches are booked each week. I want to know what names... I love seeing what names qualify. Like, today we're going to find out 2 of Warzone men. That only leaves 1 more spot. It's only 3 from each show. So after today, we could have both Shield members. We could have Coke and Luca today, potentially. But after today, there's only going to be 1 spot left on Monday on Warzone for the men's Case in the Chamber. Everyone's got to put a thumb out. Pull a thumb out and try getting that last qualifying match next week. Because if not, you may be watching from home yet again. Ryan Curtis representing Jamaica. Well, Dylan Chaos was talking about being bigger than Kyler Kane, was worrying about Norma Bryan damage. Dylan Chaos should have been focused on Ryan Curtis, ladies and gentlemen, as Jamaica advance past Greece in the World Cup competition. I think Dylan Chaos was focused on the next round instead of focused on what's in front of him. That is absolutely massive, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Curtis above 30% now on the season. Dylan Chaos around the same, maybe identical after that match. Jamaica advance. He was talking about being bigger than Kyle, being this and that. I think he should have focused on what's happening. Bomber Clark in the ring. Looking forward to seeing when my IC match is, if it's going to be a Kiss in the Chamber or not. Oh, yeah, Sam Everett against Sims for the Intercontinental Championship. That's one of those matches where... it's like... It's such a random out of nowhere match, but it's also like I'm excited for that match just because could you imagine if Sam Everett is the one to take the championship off of Sims? It's a great opportunity for him. Again, bro, there's so much happening right now. Fury and World Wars. Oh, I scratched my head and now it's red. Oh, god damn it. There's so much happening right now. Sealand wins. It's exciting times, man. It really is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a fatal 5-way tables matchup. Now, the winner of this match is guaranteed to be in the final qualifying match next week. We don't know what the qualifying match is going to be, who's going to be in it. The winner of this is guaranteed to be in it. Whoever gets put through the table is guaranteed to not be in it. We have Tyler Howard there, Street Money, Key Iverson, and that is Jason Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Sanchez making his RPW debut on WOAH Warzone against some pretty good competition as well. Some pretty good competition. And again, for these superstars, this is their last chance, potentially, to be involved in the Case in the Chamber qualifying match. Everyone wants to go to Case in the Chamber. You've got to put someone through the table to do it, though. Good to see Jason Sanchez making his debut. Sanchez got a nice attire. It's not too bad at all. Key Iverson with a table in the ring. Key Iverson instantly leaves the ring. Someone's going through a table which the RPW Universe will enjoy. So Jason, listen. He getting both tables? Yeah, baby. That's why I like Key Iverson. Oh, well, it was interesting for a second. A table on the outside is interesting. We saw RK put Zeke through one at Supremacy. Touchy subject, actually. Probably shouldn't bring that main event match up. Key Iverson. Key Iverson. Oh, Jason to the outside. Key and Street. Oh my god, Key and Street Money. Could you imagine a promo battle between these two on the mic? That would be one for the ages. Key Iverson and Street Money. What a tag team that would be. What a tag team that would be. There's a table. Oh, no. Oh, nice. He slid it under the table. Oh, 3 tables in the ring, though. 3 tables in the ring. For the personified. 1 table set up. Tyler Howard, remember, Tyler Howard is the number 1 contender against Mugiardi for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Mugiardi is the number 1 contender against Giant for the Internet Championship. There's a lot of number 1 contenders right now. The Divine Women's Championship is still vacant as well. I'm surprised Smiley did. Oh, actually, let's not talk about Smiley's. Rise, Street Money! Well, Tyler Howard will not be going to Case in the Chamber. He will be getting a Junior Heavyweight Championship match, though. So it's not all bad for him, but Street Money is guaranteed to be involved in the Case in the Chamber qualifying match. When was the last time we saw a Street Money win? Novak? Exactly. When was the last time we saw a Street Money win on WOAH Warzone? Wow. Right? Street Money. What percentage is bro at these days? 44. Does this guy just not fight? How is he at 40? That can't be. His last match was week 164. Brother. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he went on a 5-match win streak. Wow. He went on a 5-match win streak at the beginning of the season. That's why. I was going to say, how is he still 44%? A 5-match win streak will do that, though. A 5-match win streak will do that. He hasn't won in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He won a 5-match losing streak after that. 44%. God damn. That's not bad, you know. 44%. He won on the For the Rise. 44% is not bad for a Street Money. Some people would pray for a 44% as things advance later. Well, speaking of Case in the Chamber, ladies and gentlemen, today we find out the first official male superstar who will be competing at Case in the Chamber. Now, I need to do some deep diving. I need to double check. Case in the Chamber. I need to double check because I'm pretty sure I might be. I thought he was involved in one. Dino. It's your boy, not that one. Case in the Chamber pay-per-view. Was Coke not in? Maybe. Oh no, was it the US? Oh, I think of US. Men's Case in the Chamber. Dino brand damage. I don't know why I thought Coke was in a Case in the Chamber. Man, maybe not. I know Brutus was. Brutus won it in 2023. Brutus won. No, he never was. Interesting. Well, I knew Brutus Brickley was. I knew Brutus Brickley was. He won that Case in the Chamber in 2023. That was in the intro. That's why I remember that. And that is one big man. Of course, now a follower of the light. Ladies and gentlemen, him and his brother Butch. We find out the first superstar to go to Case in the Chamber. Going to be a tough one for Coke, you know. Going to be a tough one. Brutus has not been doing too hot this season. But one-on-one, that is a tough man to take down. That is for sure. And Coke, you're going to have to work away at him. A new follower of the light. Big man Brutus. Coke using that speed, though. Lovely crossbody. We can potentially see two Shield members advance into Case in the Chamber, which would be incredible. Really would be incredible. The whole RPW locker room rooting for Christian Coke right now. Brutus Brickley trying to impress Hope Eternal and the followers of the light with a win. The winner goes to Case in the Chamber. So when did Brutus lose that first briefcase then? 2023. Case in the Chamber. Because he never cashed it in. When? Wait. Case in the... I should know the RPW law. Friday night briefcase. Dwayne Murphy's hand is Draven Wild, Norm, Dino, Brutus. What a match, by the way. Brutus Brickley won it. Lost it to Lamin. Ah, did he lose it to Lamin? Got ya. 2000. When was that? Brutus vs Lamin, July 7th. Lamin beat Xander Evans. Lamin Brutus Sibs triple threat. I mean, I believe you. I vaguely remember that. Very vaguely. I was curious. I knew Brutus had it. I didn't remember when he lost it, though. A lot of people putting their briefcase on the line, man. Hey, whoever wins it this year, hold on to that bad boy. Hold on to... Oh, big one. That's a good boy. Oh, what a little cutie. Watching RPW. Watching Case in the Chamber qualifiers. Coke, nice super kick. Brick is counting. Put on the line is kind of woke. It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. Kind of 7 right now. Coke? Oh, no, now... Oh, Coke. Oh, Coke. Oh, no. Oh, no, Coke. Is he back up? Count of 9. Oh, he just about makes it. But he runs right into the trap. On his head, Brutus Brickley with the pinfall to advance. No, Coke with a kick out. Very nice resiliency. Brutus Brickley go for another pinfall, though. This time using the ropes. Coke says no thank you. Want to look outside, but you can stay in. That's okay. Why gamble away the best and most efficient way? See, Dino and Daniel I half understood because Dino took the crown first. Understood it. But put it on the line. Otherwise, I don't get it, man. Coke falls over. I didn't see what move he hit. Falls over for the pinfall, though. Too busy looking at Cat. Don't try carrying him, Coke. It's a dangerous one. A very, very dangerous one. Coke has called it for him, though. Coke goes over to... Oh, middle rope. Middle rope, Coke. Top rope. Oh, lovely crossbody again. Coke's been moving since he returned. He's been moving like we've never seen before. He really, really has. Top rope yet again. Big elbow drop. Will he go for the cover? No. Coke was... He always had, like... He always had that, like, wrestling notion to, like... When you used to watch Coke, that's why he won Breakout Star of the Year. You could tell he's a good wrestler, but he kind of had a ceiling of, like, a mid-card tag team type superstar, but he took time out. And sometimes, apparently, taking time out is worth it, because, my God, he's come back like 5 times better than he ever was before. Christian Coke looks like a bona fide superstar these days. And I'm very, very impressed by him. I think him and Luca Novak, they don't need that bum RK. No, they can go very, very far. I am intrigued to see if they bring anyone else into the Shield or if they keep that tag team. But I think Coke and Luca helping each other out. Coke's a former United States champion as well. Luca, current United States champion. I don't want to hype him up too much because it might be a commentator's curse. As Brutus Brickley goes bomb first into Coke. We need numbers, so yeah, well, there you go. Your answer is right there. Anyone want to join the Shield? They are holding auditions. Coke top rope. Right-handed by Brutus. Oh, ease. With ease. Didn't even have to go to his tippy toes. Jumping over right to the heart of Coke, pushing him down. For the pinfall, follow up the light armband. Wrapped around Brutus Brickley, 2 count in the kick out. Oh, you already... Oh! Has it been announced or is it a secret so far? Have I missed something? The Shield already have a 3rd member. According to Luca Novak. I'm assuming the leader now, Luca Novak, without RK. Power slam down. Or if Brutus Brickley goes top rope. Oh, Coke. I think I spoke too highly of him. Brutus Brickley. With the light shining down on him. Brutus bomb connecting to Coke. And ladies and gentlemen, Brutus Brickley, the winner of the 2023 Case in the Chamber, is going back to the pay-per-view. 1, 2, 3. Coke does not make it. That Brutus bomb is absolutely brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, Brutus Brickley up to 36%. Now Butch up to 44%. They've turned their percentages. Is it because it's still early in the season? Coke, you got cooked. Oh, God, sorry. I thought they said you got cooked. They said you cooked. I remember these two being on like 19, 20% at the beginning of the season. They was getting cooked by the Palmers. But now they're getting way better. And Brutus Brickley is going back to the pay-per-view where he won in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, very, very, very impressive indeed. Really, really impressive. Big, big match. Unlucky Christian Coke. I'm sure you're going to be rooting on Luca Novak in today's main event. Both Shield members, or 2 of... Apparently, I don't know if they only have 1 new person, 2 new people, I don't know. But 2 members of the Shield. 1 is eliminated from Case in the Chamber. Will Luca Novak be the one to go through? I'm really excited to see who goes through on Fury as well. I think there's a lot of big names, a lot of big potential as things advance on WOAH Warzone. What a great show it's been so far. And up next we have the first of 2 tag team matches. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Sasha Fierce on Monday. Of course, Sasha Fierce was the triple threat of Noodle and Bobby. Unable to qualify for Case in the Chamber just yet. Maybe we'll see Sasha next week. I'd love to see Sasha Fierce in Case in the Chamber. I think that'd be really, really cool for her career. I think it'd be really, really, really cool. I love the Tron. The bright purple colors. Just looks absolutely amazing. Love the new attire as well from Sasha Fierce. Now, 2 new Bullet Club members were announced, ladies and gentlemen. One being Sasha Fierce and one being Kyver Kimball, the first ever female. Well, actually, no, that's incorrect. Second female tag team of Bullet Club. We had Sister of the Garden, of course. And, oh, a new look. There is K-Town. Bullet Club, a new look from Kyver Kimball as she comes out in support with Sasha Fierce. I think this is a great tag team, you know. Kyver and Sasha, I think, is a very, very good tag team. Going up against former tag team champs, though, Bobby and Lilith. It's not going to be easy for Bullet Club here today, but it's a hell of a competition. Now, we know, of course, Kira Frost and Crystal Crimson are the new tag team champions. Hope you don't know what Dawn has handed them down. So both of these tag teams may be looking, you know, at the new tag team champions and sort of thinking, we can get involved with them. We can get involved against them. And maybe, just maybe be the next tag team champions here in RPW as Lilith Lanza makes her way down to the ring for this one. It's been a while since we've seen Divine Intervention as well in a tag team match. That is for sure. And Brett, apparently not a fan of Lilith, played everyone's music except for hers as the goddess. The final superstar to make her way down to the ring in this one. Now, this is actually mad because if you think about it, Divine Intervention, they're not only a former tag team champion, they're both former world champions. Something Sasha Fierce and Kyver Kimball have yet to do, of course, still early on in their career. But it plays a part when you're standing across from 2 of the greatest female talents we've ever seen in RPW, Lanza and Bobby. There's got to be some pressure in the air for Sasha and Kyver Kimball. One would have to think, but is it the same superstars that we once saw? I mean, Lilith Lanza, of course, covered in scars now. Their short hair, lost last week to Emily Rivera, isn't looking like the former prestigious champion. The goddess has become a free agent, moving away from the World Championship, going for the Evolution Championship. Is she living off one long championship reign? And are the new talents like Hope Eternal, Dawn, now Morrigan, the old superstars like Noodle and Cheese, and the new up-and-comers like Sasha Fierce and Kyver Kimball, are all these new names going to be playing a part in being the future of the women's division in RPW? That is the question. Early pinfall by Sasha Fierce. Gets a 1 count that time. The women's division is interesting because it's always been, you know, the whole women's division since that reign have always been in the goddess's shadow. It's always been a case of every single female superstar. You know, it was always a thing of no one was fighting to be the best because they knew who the best was. They knew it was unattainable. A 398-day reign is absolutely insane with a world championship. And I feel like the whole women's division sort of got put on hold in a case of like, we can't reach that peak. So we're fighting for second prize. Like the prestigious championship was the second prize because Bobby made the Women's World Championship so important. Whereas now it's been shot wide open. Nicole O'Grady, after losing like 5 pay-per-view matches for that belt, finally got it and has been an amazing champion. Hope Eternal now looks absolutely unstoppable with the prestigious champion. It's sort of flipped on its head where now the prestigious champion is the major prize in RPW, but the Women's World isn't like the secondary. It's still just up there, especially after Nicole beat Hope Eternal. Both Women's World Championships look absolutely unattainable. That is everyone's goal because they both have an amazing champion. The women's division right now is very, very interesting. This is not an official number contenders match, I don't believe. But again, winning in a tag team match always puts you ahead of some competition, you have to imagine. And now, remember, Hope Eternal does not hold these belts anymore. It's Kira and Crystal, so will superstars feel more confident going up against Kira Frost and Crystal Crimson as opposed to Hope and Dawn, potentially?
Potentially. We know Lilith didn't want to take on Hope Eternal, so now she can go back for the tag belts. We know the Goddess is on a championship hunt right now. She's already been a tag team champion, but winning one belt to then prepare yourself to the other is never a bad thing. Kaiva Kimbo to the outside. And, I mean, tag belts for Sasha and Kaiva, that would be absolutely incredible, you know? It would be absolutely incredible to see Kaiva Kimbo and Sasha Fierce as tag team champions. What a way to propel your career. What a way to propel your career. Kaiva Kimbo back into the ring. New look Kaiva springboard. Lovely forearm connecting. The Goddess wants to tag. Kaiva Kimbo not going to let her. Up to the middle rope. Sasha Fierce in the corner. Bang, tag made. Lilith Lanza is in. And Sasha Fierce going after the Goddess. You've got to leave her. Get her out of there. Thank you. Lovely backbreaker. Lanza also rolling out using that bottom rope. To her advantage. Lucky number 13 for Lanza. As Kaiva Kimbo on those scars of Lanza. Never a nice thing to look at, that's for sure. From Eden Rose and Nicole O'Grady to Sasha Fierce and Kaiva. BC evolved. I mean, it's still, the jury's still out. I mean, Nicole and Eden, they won the tag belts. I don't know if you can say they evolved just because you like Sasha Fierce more inclusive. Well, I was going to say, I don't know what you mean by evolved. I mean, on paper, Nicole O'Grady's a world champion. Eden Rose a former world champion, something Kaiva and Sasha have never done. So, talent-wise, is it getting better or not? I don't know. Chemistry-wise, I think they've evolved. Because, I mean, Eden Rose, after what she done against Nicole O'Grady, clearly, she was a liability in Bullet Club anyway. So I think Bullet Club, regardless, will be happy with their new tag team. I think Kaiva and Sasha is a great tag team. I think they can be very, very fun. Again, with the more inclusiveness, I don't know. I'm not making a comment on whether BC are racist or less racist. I don't really know what you meant by that. Kaiva's new attire reminds me of Ryan Curtis. What a way to say you hate the attire. Reminds you of Ryan Curtis. Goodness gracious me. That's not something you want to be compared to. He did win today, though. He did win today. Oh, Kaiva entered the ring. May have been a mistake. Lilith Lanza. Kick to the midsection. Face first goes Fierce. Hook of the leg. These two have a bit of a recent history between them, as well as Lilith Lanza with a 1, 2, 3. And divine intervention like they never left, ladies and gentlemen. With the win over Bullet Club. And they're not going to be happy with that debut. GG's indeed. GG's indeed. Bit of taste of relevancy for Sasha Fierce, then face first on the canvas. Divine intervention, celebrate. And the women's tag team division has just got arguably one of their greatest tag teams back in action, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a very, very, very tough team to take down. A very, very, very tough team to take down indeed. A very, very tough team to overtake. Remember, they're not champs right now, but Divine Intervention, they've always been a fan favorite in terms of being a dominant tag team. The material stuff, I don't hate it. It's good. Very, very interesting. There's the French leader. Former Universal Champion Zeke kicked off the show with a win over Brian Damage, advancing France. And we will see who's going to be involved in the triple threat alongside him. Will it be Ireland or will it be Wales, ladies and gentlemen? It brings up a good point. Like JC Brooklyn said, rep my people. You have to think about it. This World Cup competition, you're representing your nation in this, you know. You're not just representing yourself or your brand or your stable. You're representing your nation in this. Fort Woe Warzone. Ireland and Wales. What a rivalry that is. Smiley and JC Brooklyn. So the winner of this will take on either Venu or Pope and Zeke in a triple threat match. Let me go do her thing, and she's proven she's still got what it takes. I mean, that's the best I've seen Lanza look since she returned, that's for sure. JC Brooklyn, dropkick down low, right to the face, and Smiley busted open already. JC Brooklyn, a former World Tag Team Champion, had a couple Universal Championship opportunities. One at a pay-per-view, one in the main event of Warzone last week, where they looked really, really good. Of course, everything went down with Norm. The Canadian badass on the opposite end, representing Canada in the World Cup competition. No longer part of the Cure. No longer helping TPV JC Brooklyn. And will we see Wales collapse today without that TPV help? Or have they learned enough? Smiley, eliminated from the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. Would love a win here today. Has it? No, sorry. Smiley and Drew haven't had their match yet. I apologize. I was thinking of Davey LaRusso, who got eliminated. Smiley is still in. Middle of the ring pinfall after that leg drop. Hook of the leg on JC Brooklyn. Ireland tried to take a quick win then. Is Cure a trio now? It looks like it. It looks like Norm, JC, Drew, and Ryan Curtis. I'm pretty sure JC's never even liked Ryan Curtis to begin with. Drew is apparently now the only leader, but I don't think he's done anything as actual leader. Realistically, I think Cure's done. I think Jocko leaving Cure was the be-all end-all of Cure. Maybe they should have changed name. Maybe they should have just disbanded and left it as it was. I don't know. But they are tarnishing the name of Cure from 15 members. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. But Cure's been here for a long, long time. All good things must come to an end. And I say good things. A lot of people didn't actually like Cure a lot of times, you know, with their shenanigans and whatnot. Maybe there's no room for Cure and the Final Testament. I feel like TFT are like the new and improved Cure anyway. So maybe it's time to put it to rest. Who knows? But as far as I know, Drew is still the leader. JC Brooklyn still representing. Nice leg drop there. To the outside. Smiley gets him back in. Smiley's cooking right now for Ireland. Smiley is cooking. Wales has not turned up here today, but Nicole O'Grady has, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole O'Grady has. Very, very much appreciated. Scotland's turned up. The little bar went red, which I love. Much appreciated. Nicole O'Grady, Women's World Champion, re-signing her contract with RPW. Staying up for another season, which we love to see. Her best season of her career so far, don't blame her. Cure weren't scary, they were a church of Scientology. Looking back, I like the hierarchy system they had. It was never before done in a stable, GMK, where they had clear levels of where you are in your stable. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, that's for sure. It was not a bad thing. Signed more money and privileges. Fully deserved, Nicole O'Grady. Fully deserved. What a journey you've had in RPW. Love to see the contract be re-signed. JC Brooklyn maybe waking up for Wales here today. Potentially. Panama match up next. Authority and Bullet Club go at it in a tag team match. JC Brooklyn middle rope. Throwing out their hair bit by bit. Lock up in the ring. Smiley's still bleeding. Oh! And that will only make it worse. What a knee strike. Smiley's down, and JC Brooklyn takes Wales one step further, ladies and gentlemen.
Here is your winner,
JC Brooklyn with the win over Smiley. Wales advances. You can see Dweeb, half Welsh, celebrating the Wales win from Mr. Brooklyn. What a win it is indeed. And again, JC's been looking good. Former World Tag Team Champion. Had their first World title match. And now advances into the next round of the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Can't complain of that. The dweeb is Welsh. I think he's half Welsh. But what a win indeed. What a win indeed. I'm doing it for dweeb and the beautiful beeps of Wales. So in the next round, it will be JC Brooklyn versus either Vinu of Denmark or Poke of England and Zeke of France. It's a triple threat, of course. That's a fun match, you know. No matter who wins, Vinu or Poke, the Battle of the Former Ministry Boys, that's a fun match. And then Ryan Curtis might face Norm. 2-4, you know, Cure versus former Cure. If Norm can take down Kyla Kane. Hey, welcome's got some fun matches as we advance to the penultimate match of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Some more tag team action. Our Bullet Club are 0 for 1 in tag team matches here today. But they get another chance in the penultimate match as the internet champion Giant and Dino, with their hands behind their back, are teaming up. If it's Pope, then Wales beats England. Wish it was one-on-one man. Yeah, France in there as well. Let's go, lads. The show was quick. It's been over an hour. Again, that's the thing about YouTube. Some shows are quick, some shows are longer than 2. You know, there's no time because we don't have to reach a certain time. It's just if there's some quick matches, there's some quick matches. There is the authority. Now, it's an interesting one because, like I said earlier, Sibs and Brandon Bonds are the #1 contenders for the RPW Tag Team Championships, right? If Dino and Giant win, this is the #1 contender match. So if Dino and Giant win, the Authority are #1 contenders for both Tag Team Championships. So could you imagine the Tag Team belts go from both being at the Final Testament to both being at the Authority? It's possible. Dino and Giant's a great tag team. I think the Authority is such a good inclusion. Pardon me, I've been eating some clubs. I think it's such a good inclusion. I think they've been so good. They've been absolutely dominant. Of course, now they have Cheese and Lady Dream in the women's division as well. Man, oh man, I think it's very impressive. B&B, shout out. Hey, they were in the Resistance. They were in the Resistance. So it makes sense. There is Nico of a Bullet Club not coming out together, which I'm quite sad about. I like their tag team entrance, but making a solo entrance here today. Nico and Kyla Kane in the tag team division. Of course, they recently got traded to Warzone, which is very exciting for them.
Name's Kaiser.
A fresh new start instead of being on Fragment Fury. I'm excited to see how they go. Lilith Lanza, welcome into Warzone today. Congrats on your win earlier. Congrats on your win earlier. There is... Oh, it's kind of a shame the Resistance... Apparently, well, the Resistance, I don't know. I mean, Fredo's the leader of it. Maybe he can ask. The Resistance apparently was done, but at the same time, I think they're just shrinking it. I think they're not trusting as many people, and they're shrinking it down and only trusting certain people, potentially. Giant and Nico to kick things off. I need to get Cat some food, so give me 1 second here. You go. Important to feed cats, ladies and gentlemen. Important to feed cats. Giant and Nico kicking things off. Put on a match of the show. And again, that's why we're in the basement today instead of in the arena. Got to take care of cats. Priority #1 these days. Priority #1. Tough match for Nico here. We've seen some big... Well, actually, I was going to say we've seen some big superstars win today, but Brian Damage lost in the opener. Brutus Brickley had a big win. First tag made. Dino's in. Dino and Giant, man. Dino and Giant. Could you imagine Dino, Giant, Brandon, and Sibs all tag team champions? That is a stacked tag team championship lineup. That is stacked. I got a question for you guys. What do you think is the best tag team championship we've ever had? Or tag team champions, sorry. Like both tag team champions. Like, because sometimes we have like an amazing Fury tag team, but then a weak Warzone tag team, or vice versa. What do you think is the strongest pairing of tag team champions. Or you can say that about anything. What is the strongest, like, universal and world heavyweight, strongest intercontinental and United States, women's world and prestigious? Like, that's an interesting question. That's a very interesting question. Because right now, I think prestigious and women's world, Nicole and Hope, I think that's a great matchup, as we saw at Supremacy. Brandon Bombs and Fredo, that's a good part, like, thing. I mean, Sims is carrying the Intercontinental Championship, like, he automatically makes that one big. But that's, I don't think we've ever, like, thought about that before. It's an interesting, like, matching up the champions. Dino, Giant, Sims, and Brandon would be absolutely gargantuan. It really, really would. As Dino with a super kick down low to Kala Kane. I mean, I'm giving all the props to the Authority. Low-key, I would love to see Kala Kane and Nico versus Reverend and Zeke. I think, like, again, I love the tag team belts because anyone, you know, any team can have a chance. I would love to see Bullet Club as tag team. I think they would bring aura to those belts. Like, I think they would look amazing with those belts. Because I don't think Kala Kane and Nico, I don't think they're, like, world championship material right now. I think they're two bright up-and-comers. They have good chemistry. The fans like them. They have fun entrances. Or, like, I think they would be really cool champions. Maybe it's my Bullet Club bias coming through, but I think they'd be really, really, really fun tag team champions. I really, really do. Another tag mate. Kala Kane's back in. It's a tough road, though, taking down the Authority and then taking down the Final Testament, but if they can do it, it would be very, very impressive, would it not? Coke and I. Again, I think there's a lot of fun tag teams right now. I think there's a lot of fun tag teams. Like Bullet Club versus The Shield, and that would be cinema. Coke, Novak vs. Kyle and Nico. That would be a great matchup. It really, really would. Dino, too strong. Every time I look at Dino, man, I just think back to that randomizer championship match where he became a triple world champion. I just think back to when he was on top of the world and his rivalries with Ollie and Lamin. The pure dominance as like he... Oh. The resiliency. The technical ability. Kala Kane into the steel steps. Count of 7. Count of 8 right now. Dino back into... Oh, it would be poor to lose via count out. Count of 9. And the Authority win via count out, ladies and gentlemen. They will be taken on the Final Testament. Oh, Bullet Club not going to be happy with that. They're not going to be happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. The Authority are tag team #1 contenders. Hands up behind your back. Dino and Giant. It wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. Dastardly. It really, really, really was not pretty. That's for sure. But it got the job done. What more? It's a tough one to take, you know? It's a tough one to take, that's for sure. I was excited for Kyle and Nico too. I was really, really excited, but some things aren't meant to be just yet. Gaming Lewis, or Louis, it might be. Welcome into the main event of WOAH Warzone. Here today, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Brutus Brickley advance to Case in the Chamber. The question is, who is going to join him? Ladies and gentlemen, Poke and Luca Novak. One-on-one in the main event. I'm so proud of Luca for main event, by the way. I'm so, so proud of Luca Novak. Like, Poke's been in main events before. I'm so proud of Luca for being here, though. I really, really am. I think it's going to be a great matchup. The winner goes to Case in the Chamber. Poke is hunting his 14th. Poke's never been a proper world champion. Poke's been cashed in on before as well. Poke has been cashed in on before. Maybe he wants some revenge. But Luca Novak, with the chance to have a massive main event upset here today, would be very, very, very impressive. It really, really would. I'm rooting for Novak, man. I'm rooting for the United States champion here. I can't help. I think Poke's amazing. You know, RPW heritage is Poke. Don't get me wrong. RPW heritage. But I got to root for Luca Novak. I got to feel like he's on the run of his life right now. As United States champion, you know. I feel like he's on the run of his life. And what better time for Luca Novak to main event against a major talent like Poke than right now? I think it's the best Luca's ever been. Beating the guy tied with the most championships in his company will skyrocket me for. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Luca is the best he's ever been. Also, Poke's like, well, I was going to say the worst. He's 56%, which is pretty darn crazy. Even still, it's not like he's having a bad season. 56%, and people would kill for 56%. But oh, it's getting updated live. It's getting a bit late, but never too late, ladies and gentlemen, to catch up with the updates. Much appreciated. Yeah, 56% for Poke isn't bad, but Luca Novak, 58%. We're in a time where Luca Novak has a higher percentage than Poke, and to me, that is absolutely insane. Really, really is. Now, apparently Luca has new music. Again, hopefully eventually it comes. Hopefully eventually it comes on different music. I am getting that Luca Novak trim right now. A little bit long. Give me a couple weeks and my hair is going to be at that Luca Novak length. Really, really is. Look at the black and white. New white strap, United States Championship. Main eventing against Poke, 58% on the season. Luca Novak overall is 46%. Last year he was 42%. Overall 46% with 135 matches. That's not bad, you know. Luca Novak's 2 for 3 in Battle Royales, 40%. He's 1, 2, lost 3. Tag team is 9 for 12. Multi-man 10 for 29, 26% ain't bad. Singles, Luca Novak is 40 for 29. When was Luca that good at singles? 58%. 40 and 29. Poke is 48 and 37. Again, Luca Novak, I think that's why Lamin picked him number 3 for a reason, man. Lamin saw the future. Lamin saw the future. I feel like Luca Novak gets clowned. He's been clowned a lot in his career, but he actually has a very successful career. Very successful. How do I join RPW? Become a YouTube member, my friend. Click the join button, become a YouTube member, and join the Discord to sign your contract. Luca and Poke main event. Winner goes to Case in the Chamber, July 26th, to fight for the briefcase. Big close on there by Poke. On top with the right-handers. And here we go. Main event action. Case in the Chamber is looming. And only one of these two will be going to the pay-per-view. Luca Novak rolls all the way. Just realized it's the 2 Bottle Job of the Year award winners from Season 3. Did they both win Bottle Job of the Year? They both won Bottle Job of the Year, and they're both main evented for Case in the Chamber. Luca Novak. Bro, Luca's bigger than Poke now. Look how big he is. Look how big his arms are. Luca Novak used to be a twink. My goodness gracious me. Luca's put some mass. He's tacked on mass. And again, 58%. He's looking damn good. He's looking damn good. Both physically and in the ring, he's also looking good. Look at this. He can still fly. He can still fly. He kept his athleticism, added on some muscle. I'm not used to seeing Luca so wham, especially next to Poke. Like, Poke's never been wham. He's been in good shape, but he's never been like a big meathead. But he was still bigger than Luca back in the day. Now he's being manhandled. I still remember the stubble of hair at the front of his head. Dark times for Luca. He's grown his hair all the way back out. Prime Luca Novak, this is United States champion. What is the longest championship reign right now? Hope, 105 days. Nicole, 71 days. Both the women champions are representing. God, we've had a lot of championship changes this year, haven't we? We've had a lot of championship changes. Look at Luca. Oh, no, mind. Was going for his frog splash, missed. Nice reversal there by Poke. Lock up between the two. Up on his... Whoa! Shoulder. Nice slam down. Poke in the corner, go for the boot again. Bang! Luca always rolls out of it. Nice takedown there by Poke. Listen to this crowd. Just the one count. Luca. Oh, gets connected with a Poke knee. Thought he was going to roll out, then he stays in. Poke parading Luca over to the corner, face first. Into the corner he goes. I prefer Novak to win this than Poke. It's a bull hammer by Poke. He deserves it more, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. How many more chances does Poke need? And Poke's in the World Cup as well. So we could eventually get a rematch of this, potentially. If Poke goes all the way to the final, we could potentially get a rematch in a few weeks. Or a couple of months, however long it takes. Which is fun to think about. But no, I wholeheartedly agree. Listen, I like what Poke's done for the company. I think Poke's done amazing for the company. But it's time for some new blood. It's time for some new faces. It's time for some new talent. Today's show might be as long as last week and no matches were removed. Again, sometimes shows fly by, GMK. Sometimes shows fly by. Sometimes, I mean, if this lasts half an hour longer, then it's a 2-hour show like normal anyway. It's time for me to become the man. Luca back into the ring. Poke back into the ring. Might not, but worth a try. Hook of the leg. I know, hook of the leg. Sorry, for him across the face. Luca kicks out, though. Oh, boy. And you might not kick out that. Luca grabs the foot, though. Lovely reversal from Luca. Novak discus. Clothesline to the back of the head. I think if Luca didn't reverse that Poke knee, it could have been done. It could have been done. Luca down low. Sharpshooter, oh, kind of a half sharpshooter here. Poke in agony. But breaks out of that one. Poke back in control. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Poke with the second most matches in RPW history. Joint most championships in RPW history. Was in the first ever match of RPW. First ever champion of RPW. Poke's been it since the beginning. He wants number 14. He wants number 14. To be a step ahead of Charman. He's been it since the beginning. He's barely ever been a world champion, though. Bungle Tuggins on Twitch. Appreciate the follow. It is still crazy to me to think that Poke being it since the beginning, 13 championships, only one of them was a world title, and he only held it for 59 days before he was cashed in on. But again, if he wins the case in the chamber, July 26th, if he wins that briefcase, he could go full circle. He got cashed in on by Venu. He has Venu in the World Cup. He could eliminate Venu, go for the United States Championship. The longest ever championship reign in RPW was Poke with that UK belt. And he could potentially win the briefcase. And he gets here with a Novak bomb out of nowhere. And all those dreams may be coming down, crashing on top of him now. Just a 1 count from the Novak bomb. Goodness gracious me, you're not worthy. Both superstars to the outside. Yeah, it's still crazy that Poke's ever only been a one-time world champ. And it was for 59 minutes. He's done so much in RPW, but he's never got back to being a world champ. It's crazy to me. People like Daniel Black, Dragon Romanik are 2-time champions. Brandon Bob's a 4-time world champion. And Poke has only held the world title for 59 minutes. It's crazy to me. But it's one of those facts I love. I really, really do. It's one of those facts I love. Fredo's a 2-time Universal champ now. But Poke has never reached the mountaintop again. Will he ever become world champ again? I don't know. Luca Novak. With a springboard PKO. Onto Poke. He went flying coast to coast. 2-count kick out. My word, what a maneuver that was. Holy shit. Luca Novak is cooking. Middle of the ring. Another hook of the leg. Just a 1 count though. My God. My God. When Luca's on fire, he is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and his back's gone. His back's caved in into a claymore. Oh, running knee. Into the poke. Oh, his back betrayed him. His back betrayed him. And Poke is advancing. No, he's not just yet. No, he's not just yet. I thought for a second Luca Novak's back betrayed him when he needed it most. That was very, very dangerous. Oh, no. Oh, no. Poke is setting up, kick to the midsection. Luca reverses with a knee strike of his own. Main event match of Warzone for a reason. Love that move. Face first goes Poke. Luca going up top. High risk, high reward. Very, very dangerous. Luca Novak busted open, connecting from the top rope. And a big elbow to the midsection. Poke trying to roll out of this one. Luca Novak not going to let him. Goes for a code breaker. Knee strike right to the face. Poke is down. Oh, knee strike reversal. Luca should have went for the pinfall off that code breaker. I feel like no, he ducks him. Always go for a Novak bomb. Maybe trying to set him up for a frog splash instead. Luca Novak pointing to the RPW universe. Kicks to the chest. Poke can't get up. Luca forcing him to stay down. Luca. Top rope maneuver. Looking for the frog splash. Connecting. To go to case in the chamber. It's 1. It's 2. Oh, and Poke with the resilience as well. My goodness gracious me. What a kick out by Poke. What a kick out. Luca bleeding for the main event. Backdrop on the apron. 2 at the outside we go. Let's have a quick drink while they're outside. Let's have a quick drink. Poke back involved. No, into the ring post. Into the ring. Oh, look at Luca. Look at Luca. Kisses to his fans. United States champion. Showing why he's the champ of Warzone right now. Poke back in. Luca loves the crowd. He's never been cheered this much in his career. I don't blame him for taking it in, but don't take your eyes off the prize. The prize is being Poke. The prize is case in the chamber. Don't get distracted, because you may get reversed. And Poke may take over. Off the rope, comes back, kick, missed. Luca, nice reversal. Poke missing again. Face first, he goes to the canvas. I am on the edge of my seat for this main event match. Uppercut by Luca Novak. Poke, sweep of the leg reversal. Back and forth we go. Luca trying to roll out. Poke says, no, no, no. You ain't going nowhere. You're staying in the ring. And we are going into town as reversal there by Luca again. Back and forth continues. Irish whip. No. Oh! Pulled him into him. Up on his shoulder. Lovely, lovely takedown. Luca, I think, trying to go for a springboard. He is indeed. I thought he was going to go top rope. He goes for the springboard leg drop. Luca, neckbreaker. Boom, middle of the ring. On the logo, Luca Novak. Again, I know you like hearing the crowd chant your name and cheer for you, but at the same time, don't get distracted, man. Focus in the ring. This is a 13-time champion. Albeit he's only been, 59-minute world champion. Even still, he held your belt for 405 days. He knows what it takes to be a champion. He knows what it takes to win main events. And advanced to pay-per-views, Luca Novak. Lovely springboard hurricane run into the middle of the ring. Up goes Poke, chop block by Luca. Goes for the pinfall. Is it enough? Ladies and gentlemen, oh, another 2 count. Another 2 count, Luca. Can't believe it. Rick in the way. Drone is in the corner. Oh, Poke reverses. One big move. It could be all it takes. Oh, Luca reverses back. Discus clothesline yet again. Forearm right to the face. Luca to the corner. It's ramping up. It's coming to the end of blood for blood. Poke busted open as well. Oh, Luca gets caught guillotine. Or Anaconda Vice, sorry. Luca gets caught middle of the ring. He's struggling with the knee strikes to the back. Big reversal. As he fights out of that one. Code breaker in the middle of the ring. Is he going for the pinfall? No. Is he going for the Novak bomb? No. Poke middle of the... Oh, top rope. Top rope. Luca, Novak. Luca. With the frog splash of the century. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, and main event. Luca Novak has just pinned Poke in a one-on-one matchup to advance to Case in the Chamber. Luca Novak has made a name for himself this season, ladies and gentlemen. Brett, let's get his music working next week because he definitely deserves it. What a win by Luca. Luca and Brutus Brickley, 2 confirmed superstars in the men's Case in the Chamber. Dragon Romanik is the Rise general manager this week. We'll see on Fury, who also will be qualifying from the Fury side to fight for the briefcase. World Cup is underway. LED Fang is back. And Luca Novak has won a main event against Poke. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show it has been. We'll catch you on Thursday, hopefully for a better Rise than Smiley's. Much of as always, take care. And this is who we are.
Obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't make up. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. I just wanna find a... I'll give up everything, daunting. If I can see my dream, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything, make what I want a reality.